Hi there, welcome to my channel. I have traveled about 1500 kilometers to northern Finland in order to photograph bears, so join me. In 2014-2015 I went to Finland and enjoyed sitting in a bear hide photographing bears here at Wild Brown Bear Center. I found it very rewarding, but I haven't been able to do it since. I should have done it last year, but 2020 is, as you know, a lost year. So when I got the chance now, when they lifted all the restrictions, I immediately booked 3 nights here, and this is the first day. I just arrived, and I hope it will be as good as it was the other times I've been here, but it can never be bad to see bears in the wild. So let's go. Well, so now I'm settled down in the hide. I rigged my cameras. I had some issues there with a Arca Swiss plate that I couldn't lose, and my secondary tripod head has an ordinary screw, and so I'm having to have my 600 handheld in case something shows up. But that doesn't matter that much, because I think the distance here in this hide is so close that I can only use my 100 to 400, so that's fine. I've also rigged up my GoPro, so if something comes up I can turn that on and hopefully get it on film as well. So the weather right now is quite windy, and it has been some slight rain. I don't think it will rain that much this night, but the wind, well, it disturbs the water, and it makes all the leaves move. As you know, wind usually does that. But that means that spotting the bear is much more difficult, since everything in the peripheral sight view here is moving, so I'm constantly looking for an animal, but there isn't anyone, it's just wind. So that's a long night ahead. Well, it's 6 o'clock in the evening now, and we'll see what happens here. I will be staying, as I said, several nights here, so this is the first one. So yeah, you just have to wait and see. So this is the view for this evening. On my left I have a marshy area with some trees, and just in front I have the pond with an open marshy area, and further to the right I have a little forested hill, and just in this area here somewhere is a cliff that can be attractive to animals to get a good overlook. So behind here I have my GoPro on the tripod head that I was supposed to have to my 100-400, and I have my 100-400 on the video head, and it's pointing to what I think is the most probable spot where the bear would show up. And finally I have the 600 laying on the bench here. I attached a strap here so I can get hold of it if it decides to fall out. For those of you who watched my other video from the bear hide last year, saw the inside of that, and it was quite spacious. This one is a little bit more cramped up, so We have a bunk bed here. In the lower one I have put the second chair since I'm alone on this side. We have a simplified porta potty over there, and there's the door. So that's how I'm spending this night, cramped up. So we might wonder, what kind of photos do I expect to take from this side? Well, I was hoping for the sunset. The sun is going down behind me here, so that will give a nice warm tone on the open area. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be that, but you never know. Never know. Now on my left side there are some trees, and I hope to get some photos where he's close to a tree and making eye contact, maybe rubbing. The bear rubs against trees to mark or to scratch, mark the territory or scratch. On the right side, well, I don't have any hopes on that side. I think overall just catching some nice behavior, and usually the fields up to now is filled with some fluffy white flowers, and they are mostly gone, and I'm happy for that. Actually, they have a tendency to distract in the image, and sometimes stick to the fur of the bear, and yeah, you will see the same bear with the same fluffy white flower in his face or something. I can think that is a bit distracting. So they're gone, and apart from that, I always hope for wolverines, of course. There are wolverines in this area, so but they are very quick and they are not that tall, so you have to have some hope that they will show up in a place where I can actually see them. The dream picture here is getting some wolves over the open area. That won't happen. It has never happened when I've been around. Wolves are not that common on this spot. But well, that's the pictures I'm hoping to take. We'll see how the weather turns out. Rain can always be a nice factor. Wet fur, bears shaking off the rain and so on. But yeah, just have to wait and see. You can see crows and ravens. You can hear them, and then you know that the bear might be in the vicinity. But here there are also gulls, seagulls, that are frequently visiting, and they know that when the bear finds food, he will have some leftovers, and they will join in there after him. Hopefully they won't get in the way for the shots, but that is also known to happen. So their arrival here is good. That means that they have spotted something. They are my eye in the sky. the feeding method in this hide area differs from the one I was last year. Last year they have a big pile of meat just waiting for someone to come and eat. Here they put out small chunks of meat, hide it from the birds. The bear will find it anyway. He has an excellent nose, so he will smell where it is. And you could see that was a big bear. Nothing I would like to meet if he's angry. But it's always good to get the first shots. And it happens so fast, you have to be alert when it happens. Yeah, first bear for this trip, done in the bag. Now just wait and see if he shows up again, and or if there is another bear. So the waiting continues. So looking at the pictures on the display, I can say that they are not any special in a way. The light isn't that good, but it's close up. The bear is sharp, at least what I can see. And but I'm really amazed of the R6 capability when it comes to video. It actually locked onto this dark bear's eye and tracked it. I was impressed with that. But we'll see later on when the light gets lower. So it looks like he has left the other field or marsh area and went back into the forests on the right side. However, he might come back because there are probably more meat out there, but also the wind can throw him off the scent. It can be hard for him to locate everything, so he will walk around here probably for a good couple of hours and make sure that he sniffs out every meat beat, every piece of meat that is out there. And also the commotion may have attracted other bears, and in this area there is this one giant brown bear, but there are also some small ones, and they usually stay away when the big one is here. So now they are probably feeling the scent of the meat as well. They don't know that he raided all the boxes in front of here, so they might come here looking for food. That's my hope anyway. So it's 9:45 and I just spotted a bear on the other side of the fields here, coming this way. I think it's the big brown again. Between this hide and the other boggy area is a small mound, so when I'm looking through the window I can see the back of the bear. Good. But as soon as I try to take photos, I'm too low, so there are vegetation in between. So the bear crossed over there, now into this woods here. Hopefully it comes out here. I forgot to mention, but you can probably see that it has been a little bit colder since I put on a sweater. So the wind dropped, but the temperature dropped. So could be a semi-cold night, I think. Didn't bring clothes for that. So I put my feet into a sleeping bag right now, covered my legs. But it's getting really dark now, as you can see. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock in the evening, and it hasn't happened anything except for a couple of ducks that emerged from the reeds here. They've been feeding on the water. I think it's time to have another snack, some tea maybe, some sandwich, and we'll see if anything else happens the next hour. So this is a weird setup. I'm pointing my camera up in the sky, and the flip-out screen is illuminating my face. I am below the windows now, so I don't shine like a star here from the outside. This white bear, it's probably a female bear, and a bit further away on the far end of the woods to my left, she started running, so probably got the scent of the big male. I think I got some nice shots, even if the ISO was silly high. We'll see about that. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, and the morning mist has rolled in. And with that, the temperature dropped a bit. At least it feels like that. No sign of the bear or any of them since the last time. But it would be great if they could just walk by here in this mist. But I don't think it will happen. But it would be very cool if that happened. Yeah, just enjoy the nature scenery. 20 minutes to 5, and here comes the sun. Put anything out there and that will make a good picture. This mist and backlit just make a perfect picture. At 7 we can leave the hides and walk back to the lodge. Unfortunately, nothing happened during the late night. It was a spectacular morning with the mist dancing and the sun. Yeah, but as I said, nothing showed up. But that is how it is. Wildlife photography. You can plan all you want, but the animals are the ones that decide if and when they should get there. So the first night went well, I think. Got the big bear early, a little bit too early for my taste, but it was close up, and I think I got some nice shots there. And but it took a while before the young one turned up, but still it was beautiful, all white. Well, not white, very light grey. And however, it wasn't as close as I was hoping. So now I headed back to the lodge. Had some breakfast, and then after work, backup of photos, loading of batteries, and so on. But yeah, I see you there. Back at the lodge after a long night. Beautiful night, but long. So anyway, this was the first night. 2 more to come. I will have a new hide every night. So why don't you join me in the next video where I spend night number 2. And if you like this one, give a thumbs up, a comment, a like, a share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next one.